Welcome to Rank Rhino, where you can learn it all. Today, we'll be going through our top 10 celebrity cameos. In this list, we're taking a look at celebrity cameos that are so iconic that we'll always remember them. Number 10. Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder.
Take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Described by many as the funniest character in the offbeat comedy, Tom Cruise plays the role of Hollywood executive Les Grossman. The fat, balding Hollywood hotshot's behavior in the movie is so ruthless that it shocks even the bloodthirsty mercenaries trying to murder the movie's protagonists.
The kids aren't dressing up to escort you for porn anymore.
The prosthetic makeup in the movie was so authentic that many audience members couldn't recognize that it was Tom Cruise. The actor developed the idea for the role himself, with there being a rumor that he based Grossman on Hollywood executive with which he had a falling out. Cruise's well-hidden cameo in the movie is a mix of funny and unsettling, with his performance being remembered for its eccentricity. Number 9. Johnny Depp in 21 Jump Street.
Yeah. Come on, you guys are Jump Street?
Yeah.
That's funny because we were actually Jump Street.
What?
Yeah.
21 Jump Street is one of the most iconic comedies of the 2010s. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller's goofy classic is full of iconic celebrity cameos, but none of them stands out as much as Johnny Depp's role. Near the end of the movie, the two main characters, played by Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, find out that one of the drug dealers close to the kingpin they've been tailing is a former Jump Street cop, Johnny Depp.
You little turds. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to infiltrate a gang like that?
What makes Depp's cameo so iconic is the fact that the movie never foreshadows it, even though he was included in many earlier scenes, only under pounds of latex and a fake beard. His presence in the movie is brief, with him being killed off a minute after he blows his cover due to the protagonist's blunder. Number 8. Mike Tyson in The Hangover.
Don't make me come back for him.
One of the craziest things to happen in The Hangover was the boys ending up with a tiger, and trying to find out where they got it from. It turns out that in their drunken rampage, the boys went to Mike Tyson's house and stole one of his pet tigers.
So sorry we stole your tiger.
Man, don't worry about it, man. Like you said, we all do.
Tyson's cameo in the movie is amazing for a ton of reasons. For starters, he has a pet tiger. He also has an over-the-top house that the boys visit to return the stolen tiger, and the champ even has an epic introduction where he plays air drums, sings, and shortly after knocks out one of the boys for the trouble they've caused him. Number 7. Christopher Walken in Pulp Fiction.
Hello, little man. Boy, I sure heard a bunch about you.
Some of the greatest cameos of all time are single scene appearances. Christopher Walken's brief performance as Captain Coons in Pulp Fiction is one of those legendary cameos. In the movie, he shows up to return a gold watch to his army friend's son.
Little man, I give the watch to you.
The scene is pure comedy gold, with Walker's character telling young Butch his father's backstory and how he got the watch. As he tells the story, it becomes clear that the lucky gold watch might not be so lucky. Walken's monologue is odd and unique, and it ends up having a profound impact on Butch in the future. Number 6. Jack Black in The Muppets.
Well, it's back to the days of yore down at the old barber shop.
The 2011 Muppets movie is all about the Muppets getting back together to stop an evil rich man from purchasing the Muppet studio. They do get their show back, and for some reason, Jack Black gets forced to host it.
Please call the police. This is real rough.
Man, this 3D is...
In the end of the movie, the Muppets realize they need a host for the show. They then go to Jack Black's trailer, attack him, kidnap him, and bring him to the studio to force him to host. Jack gets tied to a chair, and all his segments in the show include him complaining and screaming for help while the audience laughs him off. A truly fitting cameo for Jack Black. Number 5. Samuel L. Jackson in Iron Man.
Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
This cameo was a major shock for Marvel fans all over the world. During the post-credit scene from the 2008 movie Iron Man, Tony Stark gets visited in his home by the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury, played by the badass Samuel L. Jackson.
Remember, I got my eye on you.
Fury goes on to invite Stark to the Avengers Initiative, which sent fans into a state of euphoria about the potential crossover with future Marvel films. What makes this cameo so awesome is the fact that the most recent version of Nick Fury's character is based on Jackson himself, which makes him perfect for the role. Number 4. Mike Myers in the Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody will never be that.
There's something poetic in having Mike Myers play a role in Bohemian Rhapsody. Myers famously used the iconic Queen track during the opening of Wayne's World, where he and his friends are headbanging to the song. His feelings aren't quite the same in Bohemian Rhapsody though.
No one will know the name Queen.
In Bohemian Rhapsody, Myers plays the role of cynical Emmy executive Ray Foster. He's barely recognizable in his role as he's wearing curly hair, sunglasses, and a beard. He goes on to say that nobody would listen to a song like Bohemian Rhapsody and that it's way too long. He also makes a reference to Wayne's World with his line, "No one is going to be headbanging in a car to Bohemian Rhapsody." Number 3. David Bowie in Zoolander.
I believe I might be of service.
Few cameos have aged as uniquely as David Bowie's brief appearance in the 2001 fashion comedy Zoolander. His cameo isn't hilarious simply because he enters the scene to referee a walk-off duel between Derek Zoolander and his rival Hansen. It's hilarious because director Ben Stiller highlights how big of a deal Bowie is by freezing the screen when he enters and adding a caption with his name.
Now this will be a straight walk-off. Old school rules.
Bowie was also a great fit for the movie as he knew quite a bit about the fashion industry. He married Modway Mann, he wrote a song called Fashion, and he's considered a fashion icon himself due to his many iconic costumes throughout his career. Number 2. Neil Patrick Harris and Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Excuse me, are you Neil Patrick Harris? Yep. Oh my god.
Sometimes movies have cameos where celebrities play an exaggerated version of themselves. No movie does this better than Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle with Neil Patrick Harris. Although Harris plays a role in all Harold and Kumar movies, his cameo in the first one is the most memorable.
There's $50 for the burgers and $200 for the coffee.
In the first movie, he plays the most exaggerated, despicable version of himself. He's the opposite of what anyone would expect of Harris. He's washed up, creepy, annoying, and desperate to prove he's still a celebrity. He also ends up complicating Harold and Kumar's quest for burgers in ways they were not prepared for. Number 1. Bill Murray in Zombieland. Whenever Bill Murray makes a cameo, it's not just a cameo. He takes over the whole film. In the 2009 movie Zombieland, the actor doesn't just appear as himself. He appears as himself and the other characters completely geek out about his legacy while in the middle of a zombie apocalypse.
Mr. Murray, Bill, I think.
Bill Murray survives the zombie apocalypse by wearing makeup that makes him look like one of them and using his acting skills to blend in. It's hilarious that this actually works and allows him to survive, and it's amusingly believable that Murray would survive an apocalypse like this. The only disappointing thing about this cameo is it not being any longer. Thank you for watching, guys. What's your favorite celebrity cameo ever? Let us know in the comments and don't forget to like the video and subscribe.